Hi everyone, welcome to GoTalkTo. I'm here today with a very good friend of mine, Emily. She is an esthetician and I want her to share with us today and to all the students that are studying English or all are the people that just are interested in this, a lot of tips about beauty. Okay, we want to practice. Here in GoTalkTo, we believe that you learn a second language when you talk about the things that you love the most, the things that you do daily. And right now, I have a huge concern, and it's about the beauty. I mean, we're at home. What do we do? What do we do with our nails? What do we do with our hair? What do we do with our face, our skin? So I thought about Emily, and she is also one of our English teachers here in GoTalkTo. So Emily, first, let's talk a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and welcome to GoTalkTo.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. So to start off, I am an esthetician, like you said, and what that means is I work in the spa industry. So if you were to go to a spa, I'm the person that works on your face or does your eyebrows and waxes other things. And so with the lockdown, it's been really tough. Just you don't get to go out to get your hair done, you can't get your nails done, you can't buy your favorite products. And so I'm really, really excited just to share some do-it-at-home tips and as well as other skincare and just self-grooming things to help you guys, survive the lockdown. First off, one of the great things about us having to be shut in inside is that we're out of the sun, which means that our skin is not exposed to aging factors that cause us to get wrinkles. So that's really, really nice. So just think, the longer you're inside, the more youthful your skin is.
Wow. Some people might be worried about the vitamin C. What do we do?
So vitamin C, you have a couple of different options. You can either ingest it with juices, fruits like oranges, grapefruits, raspberries, and also if you have any products at home on your shelf left, or you just happen to be able to go out and get more, vitamin C can also be found in products and is most popular in brightening and lightening products.
Awesome, awesome. Emily, what else about our skin? What are some do-home things that people can take in consideration these days with things that we have in taking in consideration that we can not go out much to get certain things? So what do we have at home now that we can use for self-care?
So one of my favorite at-home ingredients to go to, especially if you really need some moisture for dry skin, are milk and honey. Milk and honey are natural moisturizing ingredients that not only help to hydrate and quench the skin, but help to lock it in so you don't experience that excess dryness throughout the rest of your week.
Awesome. Okay.
As well as there are fun masks you can do with mashed up fruit, egg whites, as well as avocado. Everyone knows the classic avocado masks, and I really look forward to sharing some of those with you.
Go ahead, cheer, tell us. So what do we do? Because I would just start mixing stuff.
So with avocado, avocado is bright green, and that actually helps with redness. On the color wheel, the two are opposite of each other. So it's a great anti-inflammatory mask, especially if you have the ability to put it in the fridge, let it get nice and cold. Perfect little pick-me-up. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to core your avocado, take all your greens out and get them to a nice mushed consistency. Once you have a nice paste, go ahead and apply the mask to all the areas, preferably all over, but you could also use it as a spot treatment if you do have patches of redness here and there. And you're going to want to let it sit for about 20 minutes and then rinse off. Follow with your favorite moisturizer.
Very good. What about our eyes? Can we talk about our eyes? And what do we do without the wax, our eyebrows? I mean,
Yeah, I hear you on that one. It doesn't take only about couple of weeks for the eyebrows to get bushy and out of control. So with eyebrows, you have two options. You can either tweeze them with tweezers, or you can take a razor to them. Now, as a professional, I usually don't recommend people put razors near their eyebrows just because there's a lot of room to make mistakes. Whereas with the tweezers, you have a little bit more accuracy because you can look at which hair you want to get and pull that one out. And when you go hair by hair, slowly, you're able to see all of the changes that you're making currently.
Now, but sometimes with that, you don't really get the shape that you want. What is there a tip for us to kind of get a good shape?
Oh, yes, yes.
If you do it that way?
There is actually a, I guess you could call it a scientific blueprint for where your eyebrows should be based off of how your face is shaped. So it starts off with the inside of the nostrils. You want to go from your nostrils all the way up your nose, and right there, that is where your eyebrows should begin. Now keep in mind, everyone's face is different, everyone has different features, so sometimes this method doesn't work for everybody, but it can give you a good idea where your natural brows should be or would look the best where they are. So once you go from the inside, then we're going to look straight ahead. You're going to want to look at your pupils, the little black part in your eye, and on that outside, you're going to go straight up, and that ideally is where your arch should be, as you can see. And then we're going to go back to the corners of the nostrils again, and we're going to go directly diagonally out, following straight up the cheeks, and right there is where your brows should end. Now, in school, we're always taught that whenever you're doing it for a first time or you're just not really sure, go ahead and take either a eyebrow pencil or a mascara pencil and mark your points just so you can get a good perspective before you go in with your tweezers or your razor.
Wow, I got a lot of work to do. But
everyone gets a pass. It's okay.
I know. Now, this is a good thing because some of us, and I have to say, my eyebrows, I mean, I know right now they're not like perfect, but one person that actually helped me, I used to have no eyebrows, and she was the one who made the miracle. This is a great opportunity. I didn't even think about that for the people that are trying to grow hair. Because, I mean, you can actually do it without worrying that, oh, people are going to see all that bush in there. Tell us what are the tips for the people that is needing to maybe grow a little bit of hair, maybe in this area, or just to kind of make them better. I mean, this is a great opportunity for that.
So with us being quarantined and at home, we're limited to a little bit of solutions. One of the best recommended ways of getting your brows to grow out is just by routine waxing, which sounds a little bit backwards, but let me explain. Whenever you wax the areas where you want the hair gone, it trains the body not to grow hair in those areas. And it also trains the body to grow hair in the areas that you aren't waxing, the areas that you are leaving alone, because your body knows that, hey, it's safe to grow hair here. It's not going to get pulled out. But there are things that, for instance, essential oils such as rosemary, peppermint, they help to stimulate the blood flow and circulation, and that circulation is needed to grow healthy, strong hair. Castor oil is also one of these things that are used. Now, I can't promise that these will instantly work, but I have met people who have used these home remedies and experienced good results.
Right. I remember one of the things that you had advised me to do was the castor oil. So if people have castor oil, I mean, do you want to explain how to
Yes, so with the castor oil, what we did for Rebecca is that we would put it on a mascara wand. If you have any disposals lying around, that's great. A brush set may come with one, or worst case scenario, if you have any old mascaras that you no longer use, go ahead and rinse off that brush. And you get your mascara wand, and what you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of castor oil. You don't want too much, because this is also a method that people use as well for eyelashes. And so if you have a lot on there, that's going to drip into the eye and it's going to drip down the face. So you don't want too much, but you want just enough to where you can kind of just coat the hairs. And so you'll take your mascara one and just brush it in the areas where you want the hair to grow, as well as in the areas where you already have hair, just so that way to ensure a nice, thick, full, even brow.
Awesome, awesome. What about the rest of the hair around the rest of our face? Is there something that you would recommend now that is, I mean, everybody has the razors, but like we were saying, sometimes it grows faster and things. Are there other recommendations or things that they could do to kind of control a little bit the hair in those other areas?
Absolutely. In areas like the chin, upper lip, and the cheeks where just a lot of hair grows and it just doesn't seem within reason to want to go in with tweezers and pluck that off, you can actually make a wax at home, assuming that you have the right ingredients. And it's really, really easy to make. It only takes water, lemon juice, and sugar. And you've probably heard of it. It's called a sugar wax. And I believe it was the Egyptians that coined this wax as one of the original methods of hair removal. It acts as a hard wax, which if anyone is familiar with the waxing industry, the type of wax that goes onto the skin and then you pull it back off instead of having a strip. And so when you pull it off, the hairs stay inside that ball of and it's almost like candy. And it's a little tricky to make, but if you have the right tools and if you have patience, anybody can do it.
Awesome. Okay. What about other things for our face? I don't know, other mask and things like that you were saying.
Obviously, sticking to your skincare routine and utilizing what products you were able to buy before the lockdown. I would really love and be happy to go over and explain the proper way to use those products, because a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about skincare, beauty, self-care, and the body in general. And I see a lot of misconceptions in English, so I can only imagine how many other misconceptions there are in other languages. For instance, one of the things is properly knowing how to use a cleanser. Some people don't realize that there's more to a facial cleanser than just putting it on and rinsing it off. For instance, it actually goes hand in hand with washing the hands, and it's very, very vitally important to understand how soap works. For instance, the antibacterial and antimicrobial aspects of our hand soap come from the bubbles. So when you wash your hands, it's important to make sure you've got a nice lather and you've got a nice foam. Otherwise, your soap isn't doing anything for you. And sometimes whenever you have oils or lotions on your hands, you won't see those bubbles pop up at first, but usually if you rinse them off and try again 2 or 3 times, it'll start foaming up. But the same thing applies to the skin. If you don't have bubbles for some skin types, if you're not bubbling up your cleanser, you could still have oil that's left on your face and not giving you the best complexion possible.
Wow. We've been doing it wrong all the time, I think.
Well, and that's one of the things is the skincare world is very, very vast and it's very big and there's lots of different little things. And so not everything works for everybody and not every product works the same. One cleanser will bubble, one cleanser's not designed to bubble. And so it's just really just about educating people and making sure that they feel comfortable being at home.
Right, right. So I don't know if anyone has additional questions, you can leave a comment below the video and we will make sure that you get an answer. I want to thank Emily this time for sharing these wonderful tips. I also want to invite you guys to take a free trial class with Emily. Emily, we did this kind of backwards, but where are you from? She is amazing. Tell us a little bit about yourself, the things that you like and stuff like that, so that people also get to know you, so that they feel more comfortable taking a free trial class with a native person that has so much energy and passion for everything that she does in general. And, you know, this is just one of the subjects that you can talk to her. personally will tell you she loves video games and stuff. So all young people, millennials that want to talk about all that stuff, she's your to-go person because she knows all that stuff. Kids, she is the sweetest person for you to do a lot of online classes too. Mom, she will help you now that you're home trying to do all these things. She's a wonderful person to have a free trial class for your kids, youth, and young people that are also having English. Everybody, I mean, all the ages. She's beautiful, wonderful, and her classes are really fun. But I'm going to let her talk a little bit about herself right now. So
no worries. So my name is Emily. I live in Maryland in the United States. I am a third-generation American. I was born and raised here, have lived here my whole entire life. I am an esthetician. I did higher education to complete that. I have three brothers and one sister, and they are much younger than me, so I'm used to being around kids, and I'm used to everything, and not to mention my older brother and I, like Rebecca said, love video games. I was actually playing video games before Rebecca called me. Guilty. I also love food. I can't stop eating. And I also love arts and crafts, and I would rather watch cartoons than most reality TV shows.
So there you go, people. I am inviting you to take a free trial class with teacher Emily. Emily, welcome again to our team, and thank you for the wonderful tips that you just shared. I'm sure we will do more videos of this after people leave their comments and their questions, okay?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. See you online. Bye.